Hey there, I am John Harder. I'm a trusted seller of TBC. I'm inviting anyone who wants to purchase more TBC, or if you have people that you have referred who would like to buy TBC and you need a supplier, I am willing to partner with you. Anything to help the TBC community grow and to help our community. All right. So this afternoon we want to discuss freedom of speech. Of course, we have always probably enjoyed freedom of speech for most of our lives, and never thought that the day would come that we wouldn't be able to have freedom of speech, to simply be able to express our thoughts to others without the fear, or without any fear of being monitored, or ever somehow uh, not being you know uh, the fear of being put in jail for it or anything like that. Um, However, since the internet was created, which in 1990, when the internet uh, became a World Wide Web. For years before that, it was used in army. Armies had such technology and so on, but not the general public. And as the internet developed, this was a huge thing at the time. There was very quickly after the internet appeared, there was oh, forget right now what they call it, but it was the .com. Uh, I don't remember the name, but what I was going to say. But it was all about having a website. Any company that didn't have a website, they weren't up to date. Everybody needed to have a website. And well, what happened since then is that all websites, of course, are hosted on servers. And oh, I'm not even online. I'm not online. I'm not online. Oh, it is counting, but it's not online.
Yeah, you are.
Why is it going on and off? It's I don't understand. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's streaming.
This technology sucks.
It's streaming.
It's not. It's not doing anything.
Look.
Oh. Oh, so it is. But it's weird. It looks as if it's not on my computer here. All right. All right. We'll continue with the conversation then. So, uh, these servers became huge data centers over the years. They have become very, very large data centers. Now, of course, not nearly all the servers, but what has happened is in Utah, there are some very large data centers which are being used for the NSA, CIA, and units like that to spy on people. And this freedom of speech is disappearing as it is going right now. Now, of course, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're talking about this, because there is new technology available that allows us as people to communicate over the internet without the possibility of being spied on by anyone. So I have posted some links under this video that where you would be able to find that information. Also, if you visit cryptotbc.com, you will find a lot of information on there. Information how to find complete freedom from being a tax slave of any kind. Uh, there's very much information on there on CryptoTBC. You can, if you don't know how the monetary system works, you can find that there. If you don't know who the banking cartel is, you would be able to find that information there. Anyhow, um, also on CryptoTBC is also where you can go to buy uh, some TBC, or to partner with me for to if you want to sell TBC to someone and you don't have the send button on at this point, like you can partner with me, and you can contact me through there, and I helped you out, as you know. So whatever you wish to do. So back to freedom of speech. Now, as it is now, uh, the elite, if you know who they are, these people, they are absolutely wicked. They are evil, and their only plan is to destroy our lives as general public. And they are in fear of losing their control over us, and you can see that fear being expressed in all of the oh, how should we say, the actions they are taking by creating havoc in the world everywhere, like these false flag attacks, the, this gas release in Syria, the 9/11, and other things like that. Those are false flags, false flag attacks that they do. They create stuff like that, then they blame it on someone to create a war. That's their goal, to create war and havoc in the world, to so people will fight each other. And of course, they're never involved. They happen not to be in the front line ever when there's a war. For some reason, these guys, they they are in the shadows behind the scenes, and for some reason, they're not in the war. They're just the guys that are creating it. They are they're the ones that instigate it, and they're the perpetrators. And then finance both sides of it, and then of course, who knows how often they sit with their stories and laugh how people have been killing each other because of the shit they created. Folks, my question is this: how long are we going to be ignorant enough to fall for those false flag attacks and that kind of stuff? How long? How long are we going to, how far are we going to let this destruction go before we are, going to wake up and stand up to these people? I know, I know, I know, I know. I talked with somebody this morning a little bit about it, and she said, I have my own beliefs, and I just, I know this is big and all that, but I can't do anything about it anyway. I said to her, I said, it's that kind of thinking exactly that keeps us in this. It's that kind of thinking that I can't fix it anyways. There's nothing I can do. Is there? Is there anything you can do? Is there anything that you and I together could do? Is there anything that if we got another person, if we talked to another person and they, agreed with us and realized that they're willing to take some steps? What about the three of us? What about if we each got another three? You know, what about if everybody then went out and got, talked to another three that was willing to and wanted to get our freedom back? How much is there that we can do? You see, there have been people that have been creating software now, since the internet is just not secure anymore, and governments, they find it so easy to spy on us and trace our every move, practically things we say, things we do, you know. And of course, through the financial system, they can track their credit cards and debit cards. They can track all that, where we have been, what we purchased, all that. It's all open to them. And on YouTube and Google and stuff we search for, things we say, all of that is all available to them. Now, of course, I'm grateful at this point that here in this part of the world, um, like YouTube, they might take some videos down or block some or something like that. It's not anywhere as like it is in China. But how far behind are we? Or are we, my question is this, what steps are we willing to take to regain our freedom back completely, so we can't be spied on, and we can develop our own communities using not the debt-based monetary system that we have been using for many years, but in the process, while we're regaining our freedom, change to a different currency, one that isn't controlled by the banking cartel and by these people that are seeking to completely control us, but rather we can regain our freedom, and that is by not participating. They have to have our participation in order for them to move ahead with their agenda. So uh, this is it's without us they can't do it. So that should tell us something. And of course, we know how much ground is being gained at times, how much ground they have gained. How much are we going to gain? So I just want to encourage us that we take the steps we can, that we talk to people, get more people involved, tell people about the movie called Thrive. Yeah. Thrive. And what's the rest of the title? Huh? Huh? Thrive. The title of Thrive.
Thrive. What?
What will it take?
What will it take?
Yes.
Right.
And YouTube, you can just do it, search. Thrive, what will it take? I'll just quickly type that here. Yeah. Yeah, so type that. If you type that search in YouTube, then that would that would that will get you to that movie, and that movie gives a lot of information on what's been going on, what has gotten us to where we are, why are we losing our freedom, and also it has some very unique or very nice way or steps uh, showing us what we can do to gain our freedom back. Also, there are people all over the world who are, groups, should we say, communities all over the world that are creating their own communities. They're doing farming. They're doing organic farming as opposed to the oil-based fertilizer that's being used everywhere uh, in the main farming stream. And folks, I have a vision that we are going to take back the world we've lost. I have a vision we're going to take that world back. It belongs to the people. It's a God given, to everybody. It is, the infinite intelligence which is in and through everything is the infinite wisdom which has given to mankind to exist in harmony. We can exist here, we can thrive, and we can live together in harmony in a world with abundance. That is how life was meant to be, and I believe that we will take this world back into our own hands, all of us, and it will be a world that will be filled with wealth and peace and abundance, because that's the life that we are to enjoy, and I truly believe that is the life we can regain. But we can't leave it up to one person. And also, we are certainly not going to vote somebody into the government to create that for us. I am not here to say or to slander the government. That's not my point. What I'm saying is this: the government. I shouldn't. Well, actually, you know what? I'll put it this way. At this point, governments do not have control. I'm not saying that they will not gain control. It would take a lot of our help if they ever did gain the control that they. And I believe that a lot of governments, many governments, would be uh, if they actually did have control and could do for their people like they would like to. I think there are many governments that would actually be very good to their people. There may be some that would not be, but I believe many of them would actually. But we're not talking about governments here. We're talking about people who live in the shadows, who do not appear in government anywhere. These are people that are way bigger than government. They are the banking cartel. These are the people that control the monetary supply. Those people. And that is my point, ladies and gentlemen. We need to come to a point have where we do not use their money they supply, because what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to create so much havoc and so much war and so much killing that the general public, that people will say, enough, enough, we just want something better. And then they want to come in with a solution, a one world government. Yeah, that's the solution. You see, then there won't be any wars. But do they tell us what we will have then? Of course not. Of course not. They make it sound like, oh, that'd be something very good. No. No, no, no. But I am grateful. I am grateful that we do have technology that even if we would get censored on YouTube, or for instance, for the people in China right now, there's technology, and I'd be very surprised at the least. I would say I'd be very surprised, to say the least, if people in China aren't taking advantage of the technology big time, because I certainly would. Like like I said, I put some links in the description. Also, they are available on Crypto TBC, about regaining your privacy, about you know. And not only that, but it also well, you visit those links, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So anyhow, I'm going to bring this to a close. Um, what my urge is, that, or my suggestion, or my what I try to encourage people, is that you talk to people, talk to other people, get on more shows like this, and uh, and get yourself motivated, and do some thinking. What can you do? People, how can you get people involved and encourage people to start building local economies? Because local economies are dying, while our money is all siphoned away to to very large companies that are putting the money into the wrong hands, into the hands of the people that are pulling all the strings for all these wars and all that stuff. So that is the world we live in, folks. That's the world we live in, and it is up to us to change it. It's not going to happen if we're going to wait for somebody else, for some. That's not going to happen. I'm not saying that governments aren't doing something good already. That's not what I'm saying. But we are the participants. We are the ones that are using their monetary system. We are the ones paying these outrageous taxes, folks. We are the ones paying. We're paying this all out, and we are the ones that need to take back our freedom while we still can. Thank you so much for watching and being on. And again, tonight at 9:30 p.m., I will be on again. And so we'll talk to you then. I'm